Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing today? I'm Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here for our daily discipline, our daily ritual, our daily habit of two men a little bit older. I'm going to talk about that today. You and me being a little bit older. Just going through the journey of life, comparing notes, waking up with our game face on, living with that sense of urgency. Because we got more time behind us than we do in front of us if you're a little bit older like me. And like I said, we got to live every single day with focus and passion, the allocation of our willpower, focus, energy, and time towards that imagination, that goal, that life, that legacy. That at this time, when you're younger, you think that, well, I'm just going to work hard and everything's just going to work out. I'm young, right? Well, at this age, you realize that's not necessarily true. Again, the best intentions, the hardest work, got to be effective and efficient. Got to make it happen. Results are what matter if you're going to do it at this time. So how you doing today? I'm so glad that you're here joining me. So many of you have been sending me emails, telling me how much you look forward to this every single day. Starting off your day, making a certain designated time where we check in, we compare notes. I share with you the journey that I'm going through, and many times it's amplified, my feelings, thoughts, and emotions that I share with you through the one-on-one coaching that I do with men who are just like you, looking for that next level in life. They want that accountability, they want that perspective and insight, and the same stories, same feelings, emotions, challenges, setbacks from the past, hopes, dreams, aspiration. I hear the same stories, feelings, and emotions all the time, and I can't help but take some, use it for myself to give me objectivity and perspective. Share it with my wife and my family. Make sure I teach my kids the things that I'm learning. More importantly, what this is for. I just share what I've learned with you. Give you some things to think about. Objectivity, perspective is what I call it. You're going to make the decisions. You're a grown man. You've probably done pretty well thus far in your life. But sometimes we get blocked into a certain way of thinking. Good things. We only say it's so good where it could be amazing, outstanding. We don't see all the opportunities in front of us. And the challenges, sometimes we get blocked in. We're really living it, feeling it. And we may have more options to get out of those challenging situations, but we don't see them. And sometimes we just need more objectivity and perspective. And that's what I hope I bring to you just a little bit every single day. Today, I want to talk a little bit about enthusiasm. I want to talk about how you look at your life. But more importantly, a lot of us, we're willing to do the hard work. We have the best intentions. We know we create value for other people. We just can't be influential enough, right, to get people to see our point of view. Sometimes we give up. Sometimes we lose faith in other people. And sometimes there's a lot of things that we can do to crack the code. Instead of blaming other people, people are this, people are that, people don't get it, people are dumb, people, I don't know, they're influenced by the wrong things, wrong people, it should be this way, or whatever it is, right? But there's a lot of things that we can do, and your level of enthusiasm for your dream, your mission, your life, how you're coming across, could be just the thing that tips the scale to get that influence, that persuasion, let people know what a great guy you are and the tremendous value that you have for them, so you can create that win-win situation, get closer and closer to that life that you really want. So I want to talk about enthusiasm, but before I do, I want to just check in, acknowledge you for saying hello. Those of you watching me at 3 a.m. every single morning on my Facebook page, at Skip LaCour page, and even if you're watching it on my YouTube channel, or you got to this by being on my Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter, and then it brought you over. Again, whether you're watching on a replay version, thank you so much. Comment down below. Tell me what you're loving about this. Send me an email, whatever you want to do. I want to do more of that for you. Your words get me up in the morning, get me excited. Maybe that one person, maybe that's you out there, that this is something you look forward to every single day. It gets me up, gets me to follow through. All right, so I appreciate all the comments and all the support. I really do. All right. Mark, good to have you here, sir. Good to have you here. Scott, good morning to you. Batmuth, hello and good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Good to have you here. And Musashi, hello, hello, hello. Good to have you here. All right. So I got to tell you, was my experience until pretty much I don't know, about maybe 6 years ago or so. So, a lot of guys who I spent a lot of time with, similar values, right? We're about the same age. I gotta tell you something real quick though, as I go on, is that, it's like right now I'm exploding this message that, I get up 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes there's one viewer or whatever. If you've known me, and you followed myself, a lot of guys have been following me for 20 years. A lot of men are brand new, and that's awesome. They don't have any idea whatever I did in the past as a bodybuilder, creator of the MANformation program. But it kind of exploded with a new level of popularity, and this is something I really appreciate, probably more than you can maybe imagine, because when I was, hyper-focused and my thing was bodybuilding, I captured a lot of people's attention, becoming a 6-time national champion, and writing for the magazines, just being so passionate. And I was very fortunate. I didn't appreciate it necessarily as much as I do now, that this is a big world, and I captured a lot of people's attention, and they got a lot of value. I mean, it was so cool to travel around the world, and then someone had a book that they bought, one of my books, that I signed for them, and how much that meant to them. And even to this day, books that I sold like 20 years ago, someone will take an image of it and show where I signed it, right? But when that was like kind of my first time around of making an impact on a big level. And and when I was transitioning, out of that life, right? It's like in my hometown, in my own heart, in my own family. That's what I worked on, and so I didn't. It wasn't that important to me. I had to shore up my own personal life to have the life that I wanted. But that's been, since I retired, been 16 years ago now. And so, I still, my living, still doing this. Many of you guys still been following me, but it certainly wasn't impact. It wasn't that important for me because, like I said, what I was focusing on, right? Now this time around, it's like it's a whole appreciation, all the good and all the bad that may come with it, right? Because some things I didn't appreciate what it took to capture that attention, to make such an impact, right? A lot of it just came from going forward. And then you spend years trying to dissect it to bring it back, right? And you're the same person, and you put out what you think is the same quality stuff, but it's not even close to the impact until now, right? And what the cool thing is, I can tell you exactly what is influencing other people, what I'm doing, what I wasn't doing, what I didn't realize it, right? So this time around, it's kind of like a Skip LaCour 2.0, and this time I have a lot more appreciation and understanding how that happens. All right, and a lot of guys, they come to me and this is specifically designed for older men. If there's a lot of things that I'm saying that apply to you, your life, your experience, the visuals that I create about your experience, there's a reason. It's specifically designed for older men going through our phase of life, where you've accomplished a certain amount of things, feelings and emotions that can always get better. And we're coming down the home stretch, so to speak, right? Maybe not that close. And we want to finish this off strong. We got to live with that sense of urgency. We can't just take for granted things are going to happen. That's the total context that I come from. It's just interesting that I'm attracting a lot of younger guys most recently, and this message isn't clear to them. They don't come from the same perspective. So if you're watching this and you're younger, things don't sound right. I get it. When you're younger, you live in this world the way it should be, right? And you could live in there, and I hope that works out for you. But as you get older and you want results and that's effective, should isn't even a factor. That's not even a part of the discussion of something should, right? It's what it is, and then how you navigate through it. So if you're a little bit younger and watching, see, I don't even want to direct, any of my attention, because the reason why I'm making such a connection is because I only speak in our perspective from this age and moving forward, right? So the wider it is, so that's pretty much as I'll direct it. But if this isn't making sense and you're younger and watch, it's because it's not designed, right? So, a lot of guys, if you're into contest preparation, even if you're older, I mean, if you want to diet and, do all that stuff and carry on 6 meals and obsess about different training routines, I get that. I love that. I went through that stage. But this stuff isn't going to apply to you if you're in that mindset. If you're really consumed with what other people are doing, you're on the internet making commentary about other people living their lives, that's not the kind of guys that I attract, right? At this age, man, we got to save all that willpower, focus, energy, and time to take care of ourselves. It's we have to control. We could care less about what other people are doing unless it's the people we're trying to influence, right? So, that's part of the messaging, and that's part of the reason what I'm talking about is that this second time around, I really know how this all works. And one thing that's been a big transition for me, and this is the message for today, is, there's a certain amount of belief that if you just do a good job, everybody will just come around and things will work out for you. Your efforts will be reciprocated. And I mean, I lived a big majority of my life believing that. And it could work out. If you're so damn good at what you do, it could work out that way. But I think that even if that is true to an extent, there's probably a lot more you're leaving on the table. And that's about your level of your enthusiasm. You're willing to just really believe in what you do, to be all in, to describe it in descriptive, imaginative ways, that your voice qualities, right? So here I go, you may have seen me go on my thing where I'm just excited. I'm enthused about what I'm talking about. I'm committed. I believe in it. And I'm not afraid to show it in my body language, my speaking patterns, right? Facial expressions, what I'm willing to risk and say, right? And so the thing about it is, if you're going to sit back, passive, whatever the things are when you're a little boy, trying to fit in and whatever, and if that's what you want to fit in, that's the strategy. If you want to provide value and get more back from this world that you think deserve, you got to be enthusiastic about what it is you have to offer. You got to believe in it, and you got to be unapologetic about showing your passion, your enthusiasm for what you do. Because this world right now, everybody's distracted. Everybody has their phone. So many social media platforms, they're getting bombarded with everybody's opinions. All right? If you can't get enthusiastic about your life, do not expect other people to go through whatever's going on through their head and get enthusiastic about what you're talking about. Think about that. Are your speaking patterns, or the way you describe it, are you sitting back and hoping the world recognizes it, or are you influential and persuasive? Because you're so excited about it first. If you can't get excited about what you're talking about, you just can't expect other people to climb out of their world, their problems, their challenges, their distractions, and help you get everything that you want to reciprocate the tremendous value. And if it's your strategy to play it down for whatever reasons and it's not working, I want you to consider, if you can't get enthusiastic about what it is you have to offer this world and you're not getting it back, you may want to reconsider that strategy, right? You first have to be enthusiastic about what it's got to show in your words and your actions, your follow through, your commitment coming to you every single day, right? If you can't get enthusiastic about what you're doing, you can't expect to be influential with other people, right? And just something to consider. So a lot of times it's just a different way of thinking than maybe you grew up thinking. But I'll tell you, that's one of the probably one of the biggest things. Like I said, from this perspective, I can break it down. This influence, this persuasion, how it is, because of the two, distinct parts of my life and the 15, 16 year gap in between. And it's an amazing journey. I know you guys want more of that. I know you're a hard-working guy. You want to have more influence, if not on a big scale, you want more influence maybe with your wife, your family. It's a big part of it, right? Like I said, influence, persuasion, giving value and having it appreciated. It's an amazing, amazing journey. And it's one of the real keys to, I think, the happiness, the fulfillment, you reaching your goals that you want. All right. Just something to think about, because if you're a lot like me, you may have grown up maybe with the same values, just slight tweaks, and the great man you are may be all it takes for you to just break through. And here's one more thing. I looked over the internet, and there's some amazing minds. There's some amazing personalities out there. And the great thing about it, when you find someone that you connect with, that you really relate to, someone that has passion, excitement, that maybe they're not doing exactly what you want to do, but you want to live that kind of life. Maybe they're the same age, right? So again, someone you respect, someone you want more of that energy, right? They seem to be in a grouping of people like them. So when you find a clump, you find one, you find a clump of them. And the internet's just a great thing with all the podcasts, live videos, and those type of things. And, wise man, like I said, it just ran into him, and it just expands my mind and thinking, right? Every time. And someone asked about making it, and that's a lot of the times we're reaching our goals, making it. And someone said, how to speed up the process or whatever. And he said something that's so true. And again, going through my phase, I can definitely agree with what he had to say. A lot of times, we're working hard. We think we're doing a great job. We're not getting the impact. We're not making an impact. And sometimes we may get down on other people. I see this on the internet. People are this, people are that, or you can't make in this world, or people are dumb, or whatever it is, right? And what he said is it's just how it works, is when you are good enough, if you're not getting that, you're just not good enough yet. And that doesn't mean you're good enough as a person or you don't try hard, but there's just a tweaking, a crack of the code. And just how it works, you work. And when you do eventually provide that value, everybody just comes, right? So if you're through that stage, you just can't make that impact. I'm telling you in a positive way, because I know what this is like. If you're not getting, you're just not good enough yet. It will come back. You got to believe in that rather than give up on the world, because you're not going to put the effort. You're not going to tweak things, your own personality, your presentation. Maybe you're going to say, look, I don't want to act with enthusiasm. I just act cool like that. So, and those people who like me will come. Yeah, that's working for you. Keep at it. All right. When you are good enough, trust me, they will come. They will come, but you got to crack that code, and maybe some things you need to do more of, maybe some things you need to eliminate. All right, that's what I help a lot of guys do with my one-on-one coaching. Let's see if today's message has any impact. You guys, whether you're watching it live on a replay version, tell me what you're getting out of it. A lot of times, like Ben over on Facebook, he'll write down the pull quotes out of what I talk about. And I really appreciate that, because I come here, you're the first person I talk about like probably 6 out of 7 days, and I'm just kind of, sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say, but I just let all these experiences come through me and just throw it out there, hoping that it makes an impact on you. So I always want to know what the phrase is that makes an impact after every show. So go ahead and post that down below. All right, so that's going to do it for today. This message is for you if you're a little bit older, perspective that's different than when you're younger. And it's meant to be. All right? So we've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We've got to seize the day with a sense of urgency. We've got to love. We've got to connect. We've got to produce. All right? Leave it all on the floor. We've got to do that with that sense of urgency, because we've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. So have a great day. Hey, have faith. Have trust. Expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from your efforts, and expect the best from other people, that they will get you, right when you crack the code. All right, so expect the best from yourself, expect the best from your efforts, and expect the best from other people. Have a great day.